Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Nice to meet you once more. It's a wonderful live session this February, and trust me, I'm very, very happy to be here with you. And our February guest is a very timely guest. I mean, he does our things on time and everything. So I'm very, very surprised that he's already here. And oh my God, I'm not trying to throw shit on the people that showing on time. I don't know. Something must have caused technical
Yeah.
issues and mean. Our favorite guest is wonderful. She is awesome. So I would want to say, Anu, you're welcome to
Thank
Child.
you.
Yeah, and don't forget, everyone. My name is Maurice Nelson, and I'm your host at Childhood. So I'll be letting Anu introduce herself. Anu, I don't think your name is not there. Is your name there?
Yes, it
Your
is. I
tag.
actually, yes, I
Okay, you're
did.
still your
Yeah,
tag.
it's there.
Oh,
Yes, it
okay.
is. It's there.
Okay, because I cannot see. I
Oh,
can't
okay.
even see this
Really?
one. How about my own? Is my own there too?
No, I can't see yours.
Oh
I
my
can
days,
see
I think
mine,
that's
but I
right.
can't see yours.
All right. Coming, coming. So guys, we'll just be giving a little bit of countdown and we have it. Let's go.
Hello.
Hello. So finally, you're welcome, and we are in proper for this session. All right. So my name is Maurice Nelson. I'm your founder and host at Childish. On Childish, we do weekly videos. We solve a lot of problems, child related problems, children related problems, teenagers related problems. However, anything that relates to children, we handle it. We give practical solutions on these issues that your children face and all of it. So in our midst here we have Anu Williams, and Anu Williams, you know, tell us a little about yourself and who you can be. Over to you, Anu Williams.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. Sorry. Hi, good evening, everybody. My name is Anu Williams. I'm a teens coach. Um, I'm a teens coach. I'm a businesswoman. I'm a 9 to 5 woman. basically, basically, I don't know what else you guys want to hear, but I'm really excited to be here. It's really an honor. Thank you, Maurice, for having me on the show.
All right, all right, all right, all right. And you're welcome to Ami. So we're going to be going straight to the topic for today. The topic for today says emotional intelligence. How to help your kids maintain emotional stability. All right. So we're going to be saying a little bit of introduction, and then I'll leave the floor to Anu Williams to speak. I've been talking about this for a very long time on our page, on our blog. We've been talking about it. So, I won't really have much to say today. I'll let an flow and then I'll start intercepting when to intercept. Remember, we spend more than 45 minutes to 1 hour in this session. So please, if you're joining us please, and you're joining us tomorrow, next year, upper year, 2025, 2026, anytime you're joining us, make sure that you're following, you're subscribing, and you're liking this video. All right, so about emotional intelligence now. There's something called EQ, right? So that's what it means, emotional intelligence. EQ is a very major part of everyone's life, and we don't want to let our children out of this major part of life, right? So as it will have it, emotional intelligence is one of the things that controls everyday life, especially with relationship with the opposite sex, relationship with the same sex, relationship with everybody around you, relationship with everyone in the world, right? So if a child grows without having emotional intelligence, there will be a lot of issues with that child, right? So this is why we thought it wise to bring it in this month of February to to demystify the meaning of emotional intelligence and also be able to give you direct and awesome solutions on how you can help your children maintain emotional stability. All right, so right with us there we have a team coach, someone that's been experienced in training kids, someone that's been experienced in helping kids through and all. And at the point I don't look at her, she still looks like a teenager, right? Her face still looks like a teenager. All right, so Anu, you're welcome once more. And
Thank you.
I'll be asking you some questions, and I would expect your answers as short and precise as possible. The first thing I'll be asking you, what do you understand by emotional intelligence?
Okay. There's, how do I put it? There's no one way to actually um to actually define emotional intelligence, but oh, okay. So I'm trying to see the best words to use to actually define emotional intelligence. Basically, let me start by saying it's being emotionally smart, it's
Right?
being emotionally
Okay.
aware of
Okay.
what is going on around you and all of that. So, um, um what are failing me right now? Okay, please don't mind me. Okay, so I think let me use a book what's it called? Let me use a book definition. Let me use a book definition. So emotional intelligence means to manage both one's emotions and other people's emotions.
Okay.
So it's not just based on you. We think it's just go understand your emotions and understand the emotions of those around you. So one a person is emotionally intelligent when you you know how a person wants to be addressed, you know how a person wants to be spoken to, you know how to respond to each and every other person or each and every person individually. So let me give a typical example. So I know how best to talk to you, I know how best to relate with you. Now the way I talk to you and the way I relate with you is not the way I'm going to relate with a teenager. I can't be as blunt as I am with you with a teenager. I don't know if you understand where I'm
Yeah,
coming
yeah.
from.
Yes,
being
yes, yes.
emotionally intelligent, you have to know how people want to be addressed, and you also have to be able to handle your own emotions. So people who yell at other people because they are having a simple dispute or having some sort of argument, a friendly argument actually, it doesn't show a high level of emotional intelligence, because I should be
Yeah,
able to have a conversation with you and we can have a conversation, not a
yeah.
fight.
Okay, fine. Yeah.
So knowing how best to channel my ideas, channel my thoughts where you understand them. So I strongly believe that that's what emotional intelligence is. That's a dictionary meaning though, but just trying to break it down that this and this and this are the meanings of emotional intelligence. Not just all about you being able to understand how other people around you want to be related with, understand their emotions basically per time. That's what emotional intelligence is.
Okay, okay, okay. Thank you very much, Anu. If I got you right, you're talking about managing your emotions and also
Yes,
being able to manage other people around you. So,
around you. Yes,
yeah. So having being smart in the way you talk, the way you address issues, the way you anything that has to do with emotions, anything that has to do with relationship, relating with other people, you're being able to place all of them right as aware and when they need to be placed, right? So
yes, yes.
thank you very much for that smart answer, for that emotionally smart answer. All
Thank
right,
you.
all right. I'll bring in a scenario, right?
Okay.
Now, bringing it down to children, right? So children,
Yeah.
you always want to feel among. You will notice that you go to school and then the child is sad, the child is depressed because that child is feeling like the child is not among. The child is not feeling among. So I'm coming to this. I'm trying to admit our guest as well.
Oh, okay. Great.
All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. So beautiful. So we have so many beautiful persons among us today. So Soul Spice is in the building. Hello, Soul Spice. How you doing?
Hello.
Good evening. How you doing?
Oh, sorry. Hi, good evening. I didn't know I got muted myself. Sorry, good evening.
No problem. That's fine. That's fine. I can hear you now. I can hear you now. Anu,
Okay,
meet
good.
Soul Spice. Soul Spice, meet Anu Williams.
Hello.
Hi,
Hi, so
Anu.
guys.
Nice meeting
Hello.
you.
Pleasure.
Uh, all right. Okay. So, sir, before you came, we'll be trying to explain what emotional intelligence is. And you say, things coach. So, I was asking, I was about painting a scenario and I expected you to answer the question. So, I think this is the last question for you before we now move to Soul Spice. So, now, as I was saying, looking at children are, they tend to look for attention. They tend to seek for attention. So even when their parents don't give them attention, they go outside to look for this attention, right? So
Yeah.
it becomes a very big problem to
Yes.
children. So we're talking about so in the aspect where children are trying to look for attention, trying to seek for attention. What do you advise parents to do to help their kids to be emotionally intelligent at this point? Because the last video we made, we made a point and we said that it's not just about being in everybody's circle as a child, and it's not about everybody being in your circle. So as a child, understanding that everybody does not need to be in your circle, and you don't also need to be in everybody's circle is one aspect that children don't really understand. So as
Yeah.
a teen coach, how do you explain this to teenagers and how do you help them understand it? That's my question to you, Andy.
Okay, so I'm going to paint a scenario, or I'm going to give a short story about
Yeah.
myself. So
All
growing
right.
up, I have introverted siblings, and I'm somewhat introverted, but of all of them, I'm the most outspoken of them all. So it's natural that people flow with me more than they flow with every other person or the rest of my siblings. But it wasn't always like that. So it got to a point where I had a conversation with my dad, and it made me realize that not everybody can get along with you, not everybody can be on your boat. Now, that liberated me. So, for children, I think you have to understand what they need and provide that need. If there's no lack, they won't go out there looking for someone to fill that vacuum. So
Yeah.
if I know that my child deserves some level of love, and my child is getting that love from the house, there will be no need for them to go out looking for that love, looking to be accepted, looking to be wanted, and all of that. So I personally believe that if that vacuum is filled up, they won't it won't be they won't feel left out, because the
Yeah.
love, the attention, the need,
Yeah.
all of that is being met in the house. Their parents are meeting their need. They have people around them that are enough for them. And parents, children are not too small to understand how the world works.
Yeah.
So I should be able to tell my child that, see, not everybody is going to be your friend. Not everybody is going to be your friend. You have those that are your
Yeah.
friends. See, this person, this person, this person. I know the people. They are not my friends. Are we fighting? No, we are not fighting. We are good. We are happy. I see them. I greet them. But you should also understand that not everybody is going to be your friend. So the way
Yeah.
you work, the way you think, your perspective about life is slightly different from someone else's. So if you have like minds and you guys and you guys tilt towards the same place, it is very easy for you guys to be friends. So I feel if we have difficult conversations like that with our children early, they won't feel left out. And it streams all the way to when they grow up, when they feel they always want to fight for attention and fight for acceptance. That is actually going to reduce drastically. That's my
Yeah.
thoughts concerning your question.
All right. All right. All right. So what you're actually saying is this. You said that if a child vacuum, if the vacuum in every child's heart, every child's relationship is being filled by the parents. The parents understand the child and being able to be there when they need someone to be there for them. They will be able to
Yeah.
understand emotional intelligence. They will be able to choose their circle of friends. So you know that they don't have to be
Basically,
anywhere at every time. You don't have to be at okay.
exactly. They'll be emotionally stable. I think that's the word. They'll be
Stable, yeah,
emotionally stable. Exactly. They won't be
yeah,
dallying up and down. They'll be emotionally stable.
yeah. All right. All right. So beautiful. So we're going to Soul Spice. Soul Spice, before I come to you, I'd love you to introduce yourself and tell us probably one quick fact about yourself.
Hi, good evening. My name is Nana Jonathan, aka Soulspice Sexologist. I'm a clinical sexuality coach and a master sex expert. I actually teach and have sex for a living. So yeah, that's who I am.
All right, all right. You're welcome to our meet. Thank you very much for joining us, and I'm so grateful
Thank
you're
you.
here. It took a very long time to arrange this. I mean, we've been back and forth in the background
Yeah.
trying to look for the best way this can work. I mean, I'm so grateful God that this is a reality already.
At
So,
least we're
and
here. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. All right. So, not asking you a question. Now we are going to sex education now. If you notice, emotional stability, emotional instability, as it were, is one big problem, or should I say, one big trap that leads to sexual misinterpreted sexual orientations, or should I know, not orientations actually, misinterpreted sexual understanding for children. So children get to face a lot of sexual misunderstanding. They don't understand what sex means. They don't understand. Their parents don't really take time to teach them what sex means. The effects of sex, everything about sex, everything that needs understanding about sex, children don't really understand. And from looking at the African homes now, even say the word sex in your house is a problem. You would be in soup. Parents don't want to hear that from their children. So we're having Soul Spice here because she's a professional at this. And it's going to help us tell us how to best relate with kids, how to best explain sex to them to their understanding, how to help you simplify sex to children's understanding. So that's why we have Soul Spice with us today. So also, I would like to ask a question, and that question is very simple. How do you explain sex to children? How do you explain sex to children? How do you advise parents to explain sex to children? Thank you very much.
Okay. So when we say the word sex, based on our culture, our tradition, and our society, we always see
Yeah,
it as one big word, right? Sex
yeah,
is that word you don't talk about. It's for a lot of people, it's a sacred word, right? It's that word that you don't talk about. But what we do not understand is sex has a lot to do with our body. So if my child is very okay to talk about her neck, he's very okay to talk about his leg, he's very okay to talk about his eyes, why then can't he talk about his private parts? It is the part of the body, right? So until
yeah,
we get to the point of letting our kids know that every part of the body can be spoken about at every point in time, right? Without us
yeah,
saying, oh, yeah, this is a private part, but you don't talk about it. No, it's a private part. The reason why you should talk about it the more, if you have
yeah,
anything going on around it, right? And we also need to get to that point of letting people know that sex is like every other thing. How do I teach my daughter ABC, right? How do I
yeah,
teach my daughter 1, 2, 3? It's exactly the same way I teach my daughter sex, right? So because I'm a sex coach, I've got 3 kids, and I live in a home where sex is normal. My kids can talk about their penis, they can talk about their vagina, we talk about everything. Of course, because I also use dildo, I use toys when I have classes. So they see these things, and a lot of people have mindset of, if your kids see these things, one day be sports children. And I always say, don't worry about my kids, worry about yours. And mine are exposed already. Do you know if yours are exposed? I know what my own knows, right? So when we talk about sex, parents should understand that at the moment a child becomes a year, you start sex talk.
Yeah.
Once the child turns to 1, in short, before 1, because some kids are way smart now before they're a year old.
Yeah.
I've got a year old, my daughter is a year and a month, she's going to a year and 2, and she's super smart, right? So with someone like that, she understands, oh, don't touch, oh, private parts, oh, privacy, oh, leave the bathroom, right? She's a year. But the earlier you start, the better for them. There is nothing big about sex. This is the illustration I give a lot of kids. I always tell them that sex is the sweetest thing they will ever come across, right? And I tell my kids, sex is like ice cream. Ice cream is very sweet, right? But if I give you a hot ice cream from the fire, right? I warm ice cream and I put it in a cup and it's steaming hot. It's sweet, right? And I give you to drink, it's gonna burn you.
Yeah.
And once it burns, you probably might never take ice cream for the rest of your life
Mm-hmm.
because of that trauma. When you see ice cream, you are scared to even taste it. Like, you know what? I know it's sweet, but thank you, I don't want it, right? Because as a child, what it did was burn you. But
But
if I give you an ice cream and you put in the freezer for 24 hours and it gets cold, right? And you start to scoop and you eat it, you will enjoy and you will love ice cream. That's the sex. Which means that for you to get to that point of saying, it's time, I'm old enough to have sex, be sure your 24 hours is complete. Because if you take that ice cream when it's hot, it's going to burn you. Even when you are 40 years, you'll still have issues taking ice cream. But when you wait
Yeah.
at the right time, because it's sweet, I'm not going to deny it, it is sweet, and
Yeah.
very sweet. I tell my dad, I say, see, all this chocolate you're eating is not sweet. Oh. Sex is very sweet. I cannot even explain the sweetness. But you see, in as much as it's sweet, it can kill you. So
Yeah.
one day I called my daughter. My daughter is 12. She's going to be 13. I called her making a video, and she was talking about, oh, I have to be 18. When I'm 18, I'm going to have a baby. I'm going to have, my own house. I'm going to be a mother. We're done. We're done. I allowed her finish her video. I didn't cut her video. I made her finish, I thought I started round up. The moment I heard when I'm 18, I thought I said, okay, auntie, round up. I didn't want to spoil her video. So I sat her down and I said, it's okay to have a baby at 18. Very okay. But what's going to happen is if at 18 you don't have a job, you don't have money, you have not planned your life, what's going to happen is when you have that baby, one, that baby won't use a diaper. I'll make sure I have wrapper. I'll cut that wrapper into pieces. That baby will use wrapper. Two, you won't live in my house. I'll one-room apartment for you. You're going to live there. Three, your baby is not going to have baby food. Your baby will have breast milk, and you will not have access to good food. I'll make sure I provide you pap. I'll make sure I provide you bread. The little things you can afford. Your baby won't have normal clothes. You will get normal material. I will make out of baskets. Now, what am I saying? It is okay to have a baby at 18. But the question is, do you want to have a baby who's going to suffer?
Yeah.
Who are you getting pregnant for? Is the man ready to be a real father? Does he have the money? Does he have what it takes to be a father? I said, see, if at 18 you have a job, you have your money, you're doing well, why not? And you have a good man, why not? Then you find that at 18, you'll be able to buy a baby the best of milk. You can buy a baby any clothes from any country. You can buy a baby anything. Yeah. When I had my baby, I said, see, I'm able to afford all because I took my time. Right? And guess what my daughter said? So I don't think I want a baby again. I said, no, you have a baby. You still have a baby. But put the right things in place. Now, when your baby is 1 and 2, and your baby says, Mommy, I want pizza, you'll be able to afford pizza. If not, if you have a baby at 18 and you don't have anything, you would even know, your baby will never even know what pizza is. Yeah. Because you're not prepared for it, right? And so what did I do? I didn't tell her having a baby is bad. Yeah. Yes, you can have a baby at 18. But what I did was make her understand that you need to put certain things in place. You come to me for pizza. Mommy, buy me this one. Mommy, buy me that one. If I didn't plan life, I had a baby at 18. If I don't suffer, it would be like this. So the truth is, we don't need to discourage them. We just need to put the cards on the table, right? You can have a baby at 18. So at 8 years, my kids, I made them read a sex book. My son is 8 now, so he's reading his own. And that has a lot to do with STI, sex, abstinence, condom. So at 8 years, my kids understand sexual transmitted diseases, they understand condom, they understand abortion, they understand abstinence, they understand. So you have an idea of all the things that will happen if you have sex. But the greatest is, rather than say, okay, let me use condom, abstinence is the best thing for you. Yeah. But since there's STI, there's HIV, there's gonorrhea, there's syphilis, you have an idea of all these things. Until you go and have sex. Just know that if condom break, you probably might have might contact HIV, or you probably might have STI, or you probably might get pregnant. So you only have an idea of all the horrible things that could happen. So the ball is in your court. But trust me, at 8, a lot of parents won't do that. They'll say, if I see with a boy, Jesus, he will go to hellfire. He will do this. And then somehow the girl finds herself with a boy, and the boy gets to peck her, and she's like, oh, but I felt butterfly. I felt somehow. The same way her parents told her not to kiss. They said, don't kiss. But they told me, I'm like, this is sweet too. So what did they do now? It's in the streets. And then we go ahead. Probably if they had told us that, kissing in the streets, or this is what might happen, probably we know, but we won't kiss. But they keep telling us negative things, and we eventually try it out. Why not, if not? So sex is normal, and we should make it a normal thing to talk about in the house. Penis, vagina should be a normal word. There is no difference between your arms and your armpits and your breasts. Let them know that what you have is not the vagina. What you have is called the vulva, because you can't see the vagina. What you can see is the vulva, right? What you have is a penis. right? And let your kids say, oh, see your penis, your small penis, you're showing yourself, right? Talk about it, make it a normal thing. The same way say, oh, mommy, my eye is paining me. When your penis is paining me, find out what went wrong. Is it paining you? On a scale of 1 to 10, what's the level of the pain? What happened? What led to the pain? Ask this question.
Yeah.
Don't just ask. Come on, don't talk about it, keep quiet. And before you know it, somebody's molesting them and they just won't talk. So yeah, sex should be a normal thing.
Well, that's a lot of eye opening for us now. I mean, I've learned I've learned a lot. When I was younger, I don't think my mom or my dad has told me this. I mean, trust me. I want to give you a scenario. So what Soulspice is actually trying to explain is this. You know, when you're trying to hide something from a thief will always want to go and look for that thing.
Yeah.
When you don't hide it, when you keep it, you know, the thief is like, what is it? Why are they keeping this thing very close and why am I seeing it? You cannot touch it because everybody's seeing it. When it gets missing, everybody knows that it has gotten missing. Yeah, so but if you don't see it, you always want to go and look for it. And children are very, very, very curious. I mean, they are cats.
Yeah.
Children are curious cats. They will always want to look for something that is not missing.
Do you know the worst thing, Maurice? Sorry to cut you. Do you know the worst thing? In our days when we were young, right?
Yeah.
Porn in those days was in cassette form.
Yeah.
Right? And so when
Yeah.
our parents had those cassettes, right, because you have the normal Tom and Jerry videos and cassette, they don't put it to have those ones. So they always go to hide it in the wardrobe.
Yeah.
And they say, why is mommy keeping those cassettes in the wardrobe? Why is it not in the parlor? And guess what? When they go to work, we go to bring them out to watch.
Now what? Yeah.
Because we want to know. And in those days, the porn they did in this was more of a storyline porn. It was a movie, right?
Yeah.
Nowadays, it is worse. Nowadays, we try to put porn in app and we hide it in applications, we hide it in our gallery. But guess what? You have people who are on your WhatsApp status that post porn on their status. They to go WhatsApp, and before you know it, they find themselves on your status, and I know status. You are done one person, the next person comes. Once I know, the next person comes. So you really cannot see what your children get to see. You cannot guarantee what they see on YouTube. You cannot guarantee the link they're going to click on or the page they're going to find themselves.
Yeah.
So porn is easy. And guess what? These kids are so smart. If they find themselves watching porn, before they drop your phone, they will clear that browser.
Yes.
Of course.
Yes,
I've had a friend who like 2-3 times saw porn site on her son's laptop. But she didn't think of it. Thought it was maybe when you are doing something and they bring up this link and all those things.
Yeah.
She dropped her phone and status started going round and round, from one page to another. And when the son picked phone, it was a scene of lesbians having sex. And the son said, "Oh, mommy, sorry, see what I saw in your phone? Sorry, it's nothing really. I'm just sorry I touched the phone." He was 10. And when she saw it, she felt the gospel, like, Jesus, what did you say you saw? I'm like, just lesbians, it's nothing really. Like, how did you know about lesbians? And we're like, how do I know? We watched, Mama, what's there? It's just people having sex. And the woman, I don't understand, what's people say, I went to US to my cousins, we all watch porn, we just sit and watch porn. And so it's nothing, I've watched several at 10. So that was when that all the porn sessions in her son's laptop was no joke.
Yeah.
He's been watching porn. And then she's sitting down and like, okay, so when you watch, what do you do? Like, I don't do much, I just masturbate and that's it. At 10 years. She had no clue. And she said she put her hands on her head and told herself, I'm dead.
She has messed up.
Because she didn't know how much this boy had watched. She didn't know how long he's watching it. And so when the father heard and the father came, the man was angry. He carried cane and flogged the hell out of this boy. And I told my friend,
the solution.
I said, flogging It won't change anything. What the boy will do is
You won't
next time when he
know.
watches, he will clear the browser and you will never find out.
Exactly. You just made it
You will
worse.
never find out. And every time he's taking a shower, he will masturbate and you will never find out.
Of course.
Right? And so the truth is, nowadays kids don't even need to stumble on porn anymore. They start masturbating consciously. You see a child tell you, "Oh, me, I was trying to wash my favorite part. That water just touched my feet, and I do it every time." That child didn't watch porn. It came.
Yeah.
You see a boy say, "Mommy, I was playing on the floor and I laid on the floor." Probably he just fell on the floor and his penis touched the ground and he feels something and he continues to hit his penis on the floor. He's masturbating. Nobody taught him before. So sometimes these kids get to learn masturbation unconsciously, naturally.
Yeah.
So it's our job to not say, okay, you know what? Yes, you're doing this, but this is not right. This will affect you. You need to put this on hold. You need to stop this. Let them know. It's not about flogging. I know sometimes we get so angry at them. When I was your age, they know, what are you doing? We'll flog, yes. But even after flogging, for those who get carried away with flogging, even after flogging, set that child down and explain to them that if you do this for too long, you're going to mess up your penis. Your penis won't grow the right way. And then when you will not be a complete man if your penis is not totally formed. If you don't have semen, you cannot be a father. Let them know the consequence of it possible. Show them videos of penis that are broken, penis that have issues. Let them see, depend on it, right? So it is easier to let them know. And when the child consistently masturbates, then help that child, take that child for that. But don't stop the child from exploring, I would say. Because if you do that for too long, the child probably might stop and they will hate sex totally. So when it comes to getting married, they get married, have issues, with having sex with the other person, all of them dedicate to masturbation. And so if having a wife or anything would be a problem. So we also need to be very careful not to over-intimidate them and also be very careful not to over-intimidate them.
All right. That's a whole lot. A whole lot of wisdom, a whole lot of knowledge.
Yeah.
We'll continue to gather there. So if you just joining us, you're welcome. Thank you for joining us, and I mean, you've missed a lot. Please go back and watch. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Soulspice is awesome. Anu is awesome. I mean, it has been a very great time with all of us. We spent about 37 minutes already, and we just have 5 minutes left. So in these 5 minutes, we're going to be using 2 minutes to play a little game. We're going to be using 3 minutes. Anu is laughing. Anu is not my game. It's another kind of game, though. And we're using the next 3 minutes to do our closing. Anu will tell us a little bit more about herself and what she would actually want the subscribers to know. And then Soulspice will also want to tell us about herself, a little bit of what she wants our subscribers to know. There's a lot of things about Soulspice. I mean, when I went to Soulspice YouTube channel, I was blown away. Damn, you need to visit that YouTube channel. I know you need to visit that YouTube channel. Trust me.
I need to. I'm going there this night.
The channel is amazing. She's doing very well on our channel. There's a lot she shares there. A lot about sex. I mean, it's so nice and so wonderful. So it's a recommended channel to everyone. And so that's for that. So the game is this. It's kind of a tag game. So I would say something, and Anu would reply, and Soulspice to reply. Are we ready? Okay. So it's very, very simple. Let me tell you the rules of the game. The rules of the game is this. Because of network differences, I wouldn't want it to be probably 1 second or 2 seconds. I'll just make it 5 seconds, right? So that we're able to catch up on everybody's end. Because I'm sure that network may differ. And then before this one gets to encode what I said, it will be decode rather what I said. It will be very, very very messy and all. So I'll start this way. We're gonna be cooking food right now. Cooking food, right? We cook food. We want to cook food. So the food we're preparing today is called should I say right? No, not rice and stew. Which food can I really prepare? All right, okay. Let's use the love rice for example. I mean, everybody knows the love rice. Let me know, guys, say something that I don't know. So let's use the love rice for example now. So I went to the market and I bought rice. So when I'm done, Anu would say, I went to the market and I bought rice. And you mentioned one other ingredient that I use in preparing jollof rice.
Okay.
And
All
Soul
right.
Spice, we used to do the same thing. We say, I went to the market and I bought rice. You mentioned what Anu mentioned, I mentioned our own. And then that's how we go on to someone fails. Anybody that fails, we're going to recharge our phone. Who is ready? All right.
I am.
All right. I will start. Uh, Hello viewers, we are preparing jollof rice. I went to the market and I bought rice.
I went to the market and I bought rice, pepper.
I went to market. I bought rice, pepper, and Maggi.
I went to the market, I bought rice, pepper, Maggi, and water.
I went to the market, I bought rice, pepper, Maggi, and meat.
Did,
I don't
did,
feel
did you say you
what
not put water, right? You failed.
you forgot the water. Just went her own.
You forgot the water. I mean, you are out. I know you are out. So you tell me and Soul Spice now. Soul Spice, I think you will start this time around. So start.
Okay. I went market. Okay, I want to prepare jollof rice. I went to the market and I bought chicken.
I went to the market, I bought chicken and rice.
I went to the market. I bought chicken, rice, and beef.
I went to the market, I bought chicken, rice, beef, and Maggi.
I went to the market. I bought chicken, rice, beef, Maggi, and pepper.
I went to the market, I bought chicken, rice, beef, Maggi, pepper, and salt.
I went to the market. I bought beef, Maggi, chicken, pepper, salt, and no cube.
You got it. Okay, maybe not the exact order.
You don't get
He changed my meat to chicken. I said meat to change to chicken. I just kept quiet. What do where his own chicken came from?
Soul Spice won. She won.
so who won? So spicy won. So spicy won.
Now. Yeah.
Ah! Why?
Yes, I do use chicken. I said meat. You use chicken.
You said
Where did it come from?
all right. All right. So it's a very wonderful game. So let's go back. Thank you very much for joining us in our game. It was nice. Trust me, it was nice. The game was lovely, right? Yeah, it was. It was lovely, right? Yeah, it was. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So Anu, one last word. What last words do you have to say? And then also, what facts do you want us to know about yourself? We have probably you have a business, you have something you want us to know. You will tell yourself with your time. Thank you very much.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. Again. So Spice, I really loved the small conversation. I honestly don't want it to end just yet. It was enlightening. It was intriguing. It was just
Thank
amazing.
you.
Okay, so for me, like Soul Spice said, the crux of everything she has said is that learn to talk to your kids. Learn to have a conversation with them. They're not too young for you to talk to them. There are ways you can talk to them concerning topics. So the way I would talk to a child that is 3 is different from the way I would talk to a child that is 8. But I can still pass the communication. I can still pass the information I'm trying to communicate. So I think that's the base for me. Learn to talk to your children. Have a relationship with them. They are not aliens. They came out of you. They came out of you. Stop treating them as if they fell from the sky. Talk to them. Know what is going on in their life. Be part of their life. When your kids know that I have someone to talk to if I get home, it makes them very stable. Apart from emotionally, it makes them stable, all wise. Go to a broken home, see how it looks. The kids are not put together. But when you come to a home that is together and everybody is putting, like, supplying every energy, supplying everything they can supply, if the kids turn out well, like, at least they turn out well. So really, for parents, I would say that please have conversations with your children. Know your children. I've heard someone say that his child doesn't like him, and the child was less than 1. And I'm wondering, what are you saying? How will you say your child doesn't like you? She She sees you as a stranger. You don't even carry her. She's less than one. I think she was less than 6 months at the time. You can't say your child doesn't like you. So I've heard a lot of parents say absurd things like that. Please, let's learn to talk to our children. Let's learn to be there for them. Let's learn to have conversations with them. Let them know how the world works. They shouldn't go outside and learn about things you should have taught them in the home. They shouldn't go outside and be broken when you can simply have conversations with them. So I think
Yeah.
that's what I have to say. That will be my closing remark.
All right, all right. Thank you very much, Anu. We are so grateful. Thank you very much for joining us today. And Childish loves you. So before we drop our final talk, we're going to be letting Soul Spice also talk, and then we'll now say our final talk. Soul Spice, over to you.
Thank you, everyone. So yes, so my last word would be talk about sex with this. Whether I like it or not, if you don't teach, someone else will. If someone else doesn't teach them, something else will. If something else doesn't teach them, they would learn on the ground. If they don't learn on the ground, nature would.
Yeah.
So the question is, how much do you want them to learn? The real thing or whatever they think is right? Help them to find their way, because we are sexual beings. Everybody has the right to fall in love. Everybody has the right to get pleasure. When you touch any child, they have that power to be sensitive. So don't joke with their age and don't say, so you don't understand the story, it's going to shock you. Right? So be real. So I'm clinical sexuality coach. I have a TV show called Late Now with Soulspice that I air every day. It's a live show. I also have a walk-in store in Back Lagos where I talk my startup toys. I have my therapy sessions there, and yeah, that's all basically. So everything about me is sex related. Thank you.
All right, Soul Spice. Thank you very much for accepting to talk with us today. Trust me, this session is awesome. I mean, I don't think I've had this kind of live session before, right? I'm blushing right now. I don't know what to do. All right, thank you very much, Soul Spice. We are so grateful.
Thank you for
Anu.
having me.
And
Thank you, Anu.
for me now, my last words are going to be, as always, every child is a gift. Every child is special. So you need to understand that the best thing to do to reach out is to treat them as special as they are and as a gift that has been given to you by God.
Yeah.
So send your gift and make sure you bring them to the best kind of way they need to be brought up. Thank you very much. And I love
Thank
you.
you so
If you have
much.
your questions, drop your questions down in the comment section. And if I cannot answer, Soul Spice will answer. If I cannot answer, Anu will answer. All of us are here for you and will answer all these questions too. And have a great night. Soul Spice, I'm so grateful. Thank you very much for your
Thank you so
time
much for having
today.
me here.
Anu, thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome.
The guys telling all of us that today, I mean, we're all running back to our houses. Those guys were running back to our house, running back to my house. I mean, everything was just somehow, but I mean, somehow, the session held. It is so miraculous.
Thank God.
Exactly.
So, good night, Soul Spice. Good night, Anu.
Good night,
Thank you
everyone.
so much. It was nice
I
meeting
love you so
you.
much.
All right. Have a
Thank you,
good night.
Maurice. Thank
Bye.
you. Good night.
All right.